There's still so much I haven't seen in Ireland, and today I got to cross a couple things off the list by taking a day trip up to Belfast. This also happened to be my first train ride in this country too, which was going smooth up until some smelly bastard with indigestion nuked the toilet and had the entire car holding their nose and gagging. But either way, if I could summarize the things I wanted to do today, it was try to find a whiskey flight somewhere, get a souvenir, do something touristy, and then stop by Wee Poutine for Nanaimo bars, which is a Canadian dessert. Belfast is a really interesting city, and I wanted to see it for a hot second, but as I said, I was on a mission and the mission was whiskey, so we stopped into White's and I started the day off right. It was only around noon at this point, but hey man, it's 6 p.m. somewhere, so that's the first goal accomplished. I ended up going with the Powers flight, which I enjoyed a lot, but either way, it was only a day trip, so every hour counted, so we stopped by Fresh Garbage, and both Sarah and I ended up getting something. For me, it specifically was this Dennis the Menace looking cardigan. Now, as far as being a tourist goes, what better way to do it than an open bus top tour? I really loved all the murals that were placed around the city and hearing a bit about the history as well, because of course, since I've immigrated here, I think it's disingenuous to not try to understand the history of where you live and to learn about it however you can. This whole escapade killed about an hour and a half, so afterwards we stopped in this rock bar called Voodoo, which also the Bats Womb homies do a fair bit of gigs in, so I got to see their haunt for a change. Now, last but not least, I couldn't waste the opportunity to pick up some Canadian desserts, so we headed over to the old poutine truck run by the homies at Wee Poutine, and I picked up some Nanaimo bars. All in all, solid day trip, man. I think the next play is to actually go over to Belfast for a couple nights, stay in a hotel, and party for a bit. 255 days later, Ireland is still a ton of fun, and by the way, if you haven't yet, hit the follow button for more vlogs and shenanigans.